Hello friends, if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a fan or a subscriber, welcome back. I really do appreciate the patronage. Today I'm going to be talking about Dungeons and Dragons, bad and law enforcement, and if this series hasn't made you mad already, you're gonna be mad at the end of this one. Bad created secret documents about RPGs for law enforcement. The organization presented these as created by quote-unquote experts to help police solve crimes related to RPGs. However, the information in these documents was not available to the public, and even researchers had a hard time getting copies. Obviously, Laycock has copies, and they are probably now out on the internet. But one thing the skeptic community on the YouTube channel has taught me is that unnamed experts is a red flag. A document provided by Bothered About Dungeons and Dragons, or BAD, to law enforcement, entitled Interviewing Techniques for Adolescents, claimed that RPGs are used for behavioral modification, and rules like alignment undermine social values and distort senses of right and wrong. All of these recapitulate anxieties of the 2 decades that included the Satanic Panic. The document also suggests questions to ask teenage gamers. The purpose of such questions is not to establish cause and effect, but to give possible reasons for bizarre behavior or motive if none is apparent. A classic case for this type of panic is the 1985 case of 19-year-old Ronald Lampassi shot and killed his father and wounded his mother. The Lampassis had adopted Ronald and his sisters, and Mr. Lampassi had previously admitted to molesting the girls. Ronald claims to have been molested also, but despite this obvious motive, the district attorney blamed Dungeons and Dragons. Police also blamed D&D for suicides and accidental deaths involving firearms. A common thread through all of these cases is children's unsupervised access to firearms. Instead of speaking of the obvious, tangible, politically loaded topic of gun control, the public blamed D&D. Gee, imagine that. An unfortunate side effect of all of this nonsense came to be known as the D&D defense. Individuals on trial for violent crimes started claiming that they were not responsible for their actions because they were mentally impaired from playing Dungeons and Dragons. Because of BAD's campaign, this defense became popular, and unscrupulous individuals like Pulling and Radecki were more than willing to testify on the defendant's behalf. One of these cases happened in St. Louis, Missouri, with a victim named Mary Towie. During a party in 1984, Darren Molitor and Ron Adcox tied their friend Mary up as a prank, and then put an ace bandage around her neck to mess with her mind. Then they went to drink for the party. When they came back to release her, they found that she had died of asphyxiation. They buried her in the woods and ran to Atlanta, Georgia, where the FBI caught them. Molitor was charged with first-degree murder, but blamed Toei's death on D&D because it had desensitized him to violence. Thankfully, reason prevailed and a judge ruled that it was irrelevant, and Molitor was convicted. While cult cops were more than happy to blame violent crimes on Dungeons and Dragons, judges and juries were thankfully more reasonable. There's only one marginal success of the Dungeons and Dragons defense, and that was with a boy who had schizophrenia. Well, friends, that's it for today. If you like this kind of content, hit the like button, press the subscribe button, and if you would like to know when I come out with new content, press the bell next to the subscribe button. My Twitter, Discord, email, and PayPal links are in the description, along with the source that I used for this video. If you wish to support this channel, you may do so at my PayPal link. Question everything and never be afraid. Here are a few videos from my library. If you have not watched them yet, go ahead and watch them and tell me what you think. Until next time, friends, goodbye.